The trash bag was supposed to break me. It didn't the day I turned 18. My dad didn't even look at me. No cake, no happy birthday, nothing. He just walked into my room, threw a black trash bag on the floor and said, "Pack your stuff, you're done here." At first I actually laughed. I thought it was some kind of sick joke. But then I looked at my mom standing in the hallway, arms crossed, eyes cold, and that's when it hit me. This wasn't a joke. This was it. I didn't argue. Didn't beg, I just packed clothes, a few old photos, some random stuff that fit into that trash bag. 18 years of my life reduced to garbage bag. As I walked out the door, I kept thinking, they'll stop me. They have to. But they didn't. The door closed behind me, and that was the loudest silence I've ever heard. The first night I slept on a friend's couch, I told him it was temporary. It wasn't. A week later, his parents started asking questions. 2 weeks later, they asked me to leave. After that, it was my car. Winter nights were the worst. I'd wrap myself in a thin blanket, shivering, trying to fall asleep while my breath fogged up the windows. Some nights, I didn't sleep at all. I just sat there staring at the dashboard, thinking about how fast everything fell apart. During the day, I worked at a gas station, minimum wage, long hours, fake smiles, have a nice day. I'd say over and over again while mine was falling apart. There were days I skipped meals just to save money, days I felt invisible, days I almost gave up. But something changed one night. I was sitting in my car scrolling on my phone, and I saw a random video about people learning skills online, changing their lives. I don't know why, but it hit me hard. I thought, if nobody is coming to save me, I'll do it myself. So I started learning every night after work. I'd sit in my car using free Wi-Fi, watching videos, taking notes, teaching myself new skills. It wasn't easy. I was tired, hungry, sometimes freezing, but I kept going day after day, month after month. Rejections came, a lot of them, emails that started with, "Unfortunately." But one day, one email was different. "Congratulations." I read it 3 times just to make sure it was real. It was my first real job offer. That job changed everything. I moved out of my car into a tiny room, then a better place, then a better job. Years passed. I kept working, kept growing, kept proving mostly to myself that I wasn't what they thought I was. And then last month, I did something I never thought I could. I bought my own apartment, not rented, owned. The day I got the keys, I just stood there in the empty living room and smiled. No furniture, no noise. Just peace. A few days later, my phone rang. Unknown number. I almost ignored it, but I picked up. "Hello?" There was a pause. Then a voice I hadn't heard in years. "Hey, I heard you're doing well." I didn't. Then he laughed like nothing ever happened and said, "I always knew you'd figure it out." That sentence hit me harder than any. I looked around my apartment, everything I built, everything, and I said, "No, you didn't." Silent. Then I added, "Just gave up on me," and I hung up. I didn't feel angry. I did sad. For the first time in my life, I felt that trash bag. It